after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede! Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now! Go! Phew!
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Mirapede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke. Phew! Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right! Today is our last day in prison! But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice! Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now! Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too? worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervalet was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
You're going to see Monsieur Nervalet? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalet, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards.
Nervalet! Sidine! Hey there! What are you two talking about?
Ugh, Traveler and Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans. Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh?
I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her.
Judging from Shadine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on, stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago I became the Iudex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you!
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Maréchaussée Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done. Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first. Paimon's been thinking. You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions. Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
I never thought I'd see him here.
The weather's
Kiara,
Monsieur Neuvillette! Oh, I remember. You're the
I heard from Sidine that you...
threatening. The letter fell through the but Sidine told me
Have you run into...
suspicious-looking people. Ah! Nope.
Do you still have the letter with...
Let's see.
Now then. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting... We can't rule out that... Since you can't think of anyone... Kiara, you should come...
Sure! Wait, no.
But you are being watched.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara, with us around. Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon.
All right.
We'll take her to a lost... So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now? That was more than 400 years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you? My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh. Paimon see. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that? Strange. Paimon felt Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're...
I thought so. What brings... All right.
May I...
Of course.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the
That was quick.
I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us things like...
All right. Now, hear me out.
Of course!
Please wait.
Seems like they get along with. Huh? What do you look? Is there really someone watching us?
Shh! Strange?
Gotcha! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the...
Threat letter? What threat letter? This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know that...
You want to enter?
That's right, but it's not an... So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating... Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of...
Yeah, we're doing...
I see. In exchange...
All right.
What? Shh. No, it's just so... I'll ask my colleagues, but I got...
Why?
People care... Anyway.
Well, that was a nice chat.
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great.
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran, what are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Neuvillette was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial... I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about. Leave this to me.
Okay, then.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right? That is good.
We thought...
I've been looking over... I've come up on the other. Don't worry. Thank you. Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them? Oh,
I would love to. If memories...
whoa.
That might be how it seems from an... There are many... All right. Let us take a break then. Please pardon my lack. Would you like to...
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Novelette likes. He seems like... What's inside these glasses? It looks just like... what?
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
So it's just plain old...
What did you think it was? This water is indeed... I believe you've all said what beer is one of their latest products. If I were to comment on their mouthfeel... distinct.
Really? Let Paimon try!
What do you think?
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste... Hey, this doesn't have to do with... Oh, could it be because you're the... We are allowed to bring that up. Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for sorry. Paimon was just...
There's nothing to... I accepted...
questions.
Many, in fact. In essence, I lost many memories from the moment. Perhaps the elemental...
True.
I have been holding... But there is one... My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between...
Have you made any...
Perhaps, but that's why I'm quite...
Are we
I wasn't able to...
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of... If they're real... Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by... Perhaps we should go...
Go!
Monsieur Neuvillette? I probably shouldn't disturb them.
Looks like we got...
Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from...
Perhaps leave the investigation to...
a safe distance? Oh, it's glowing! Thank you for bringing us here. The court of...
I understand. Although I have...
I know. Not only...
But a mean...
It's, in truth, or almost...
I understand. I too,
Really? The truth is...
logically different there aren't
Oh, I'm
I believe in you.
Huh?
Yes?
That's...
He is...
Hello. Can I...
Thanks.
Oh. Hello.
Get away from...
Please.
Yeah. Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe
Exactly. That so-called cheat.
Go away!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about it. We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved lots and...
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could... So tell me.
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently.
Even the captain of the security...
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah, I don't understand.
There are countless...
Monsieur I still want to try... Okay,
Give them to me.
you're...
We'll hand them out.
Monsieur Nevelet, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5...
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. It won't be long before
Don't keep your...
Vautrin brings up a good point. Please be...
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us
Are you sure we should do...
Nah. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere. So quit worrying and
I get...
Turn the murderer in!
Melazines can't be trusted! That goes for Nervalet, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke. Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but they tricked Miss... The guards were stopped by the enraged...
And she called. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the...
The situation had rapidly escalated. Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur...
There's no need. Notify...
Restrict access...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little... She's just like Carol in every possible way. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others.
Looks like she...
Yes, I should have known. Can you understand?
I understand, but
That's exactly why I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major. Apparently, I'm thinking. Bail him out? Shh, keep. Besides. Vautrin sought vengeance for. Please, think about it. If the. Yeah, that's right!
This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol.
Monsieur.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent! He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be I understand your personal therefore...
What?
That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette!
Vautrin...
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve? Is this what justice...
Order. Since there... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared...
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but due to my negligence.
Wow. The Hydro Dragon. Anyway.
It is as you it is not only the fountain.
That sounds.
But I rarely ever do any. Which ones? It's fine. It was a coincidence. You should now
They'll leave Paimon out of the
Then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating, I don't know. However. You've read about it. In that
Huh?
Navia!
I've heard rumors are, so I told...
Thank you. Where did you...
The chief you talked to...
So that's what...
Indeed.
Anyway.
The suspects we are planning...
All right. Wait for my word. Ta-ta.
Neuvillette.
I have already considered that. What is more I hope the same...
Strange. Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine. This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily...
That's think about...
Everyone, please...
It feels like you've been followed.
We were informed...
Have you had...
This isn't... Come on.
You shouldn't ever skip meals. If...
I heard even Neuvillette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted.
Seriously?
Relax.
That's more like...
Come and fight me!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol... Shh! Look!
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is...
So...
No, let us stick to our... The smuggling case was solved. The list of involved.
What does it say?
The principal of those with close among them.
So many.
Yes, it seems like he's closely related.
Monsieur Neverlet, someone claiming to be... He said...
Huh? How did Navia find them so quick?
I too am.
Phew!
Hey, Navia, we're here! Whoa. Check it all the...
These are the people.
Invite them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've wanted to have a...
but... Oh, well.
Yes.
Your essay?
Yes.
Did you write
I did.
orders from
Domenico. Where is he now?
the fortress?
Well, looks like you'll
You've done more than
leave the formalities for later. If he really is...
All right, then.
It's Monsieur Neverlet.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed
We're back! Oh,
This isn't... Let's assume... I do remember...
who does this guy...
To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator.
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident
That's an easy...
Did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Sijuin! Yeah, and really?
There's no need to...
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still...
Head...
Writhes.
Okay.
Think of it as thanks for the
Whoa! If Paimon...
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for But enough jokes. Make yourselves...
Please come with me to the infirmary. And...
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and thirst is... I'll bring you... Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite
Familiar? But if both of you say so...
That's not a...
Anything you need? Oh, this?
What's that?
We have never helping each other.
Sounds like a...
But people...
Interested in... If you'd like to learn... Our slogan here...
It's the symbol, from what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself. The first president, all of us have...
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Did you manage?
Mm-hmm. According to...
Carol's met...
Oh, so the...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Maréchaussée Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melusines? Over that?
My initial target was Nervillet. Everyone in the fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated but the letter wasn't—
Am I to assume?
No.
Is it true?
Yes.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal. So, Monsieur Nervillet, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction.
Yes. I experienced a—
And how—
More than 4—
You might be— Time can—
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outlaw. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten—
That's right! We saw lots of people stand—
Monsieur Nervillet, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refuse to place their trust in Melazines, it would— For almost people know right now—
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserved. It isn't anything special or worthy of— It is unnecessary.
There's no need to be so modest. You're no longer that—
I must say that— Thank you for—
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? What?
Thank you for the offer. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
Ah, I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mamornia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, those from up— I'll have a chat.
I see no issue.
Great!
The other thing—
Yep.
I noticed this— I've looked into the— According to— In other words—
What? During his—
Perhaps—
An act?
Nervillet, thus, and to those who— That's all from me.
I don't have— Well then.
Please, take care.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
But Risley said he never resented you, right? Isn't that a good thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts, too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials, hey!
What every trial you've ever judged has—
As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. These changes were not due to any I will try to contemplate this further.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning?
Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past. Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusines should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief!
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Neuvillette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate!
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communiqué to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
You